So I just logged in, and I'm just going to go over how to use the media library really quick. So content, and we'll go to test, and I'm going to edit test. So if I wanted to put an image in right here, for example, I would go here, and then I would click Browse Server because my media library is on the server. And I should get this pop-up. If you get something called access denied, then report it to support because it means we have a permissions issue, which I'm hoping is resolved for you now. At any rate, my choices are to use something that's already here or to upload. So if I upload, then I'm going to do that. Click upload, browse from my local. Here we'll do this truck. You can delete it. So I'm going to say, I tend to ignore these because they're built in and they have very little to do with our actual site template. So I've uploaded it, and I can see it here, and it's selected here. So it's on here. If I let's see, I can resize it and I can rename it. I've got all this stuff here that I can do once I have it up there. So this way I'm not impacting my original file. So I can rename it, and instead of being that, it can be, and keep your file extension. Instead of being that, it can be example image 1, rename. Okay, so now let's find it. Probably the easiest thing to do is going to be the date. There we go. My next thing is that I want to resize it. So I have some choices here. I can put in the new width and the new height, and it can make a new image. So that's important, so that if you want to have different sized copies, you want to resize it, but you don't want to overwrite the one that you already have, then it gives you the opportunity to do some versions. So, like I said, if you size it out of proportion, it's going to look warped. So, let's say I want that width to be 600. Let's see if it'll let me do it. Okay. So you have to put it, but it looks like it isn't saying here, normally you're used to seeing it say keep in proportion. It looks to me like, since it put in that 450 automatically, that it is automatically knowing that it needs to do that. And so it's added an _0 after it because it's made a copy because I told it to. And then at that point, I could insert it if I wanted. So I'd insert it right there. And this is another place where I could resize it if I wanted to, so it's not really necessary to do it that way. And that is basically it. I make my other decisions, left, right, and I hit OK. Now I don't want this, so I'm going to delete it, but that would be how I would use the media library to store one instance of a file rather than a attaching the same file a billion times. Have multiple instances of a file that can be reused if there's size reasons or editing reasons to do so, as well as rename it on site without needing to go through putting images up all over again. Okay, there you go.